Hey everybody, welcome to Cash Sports and welcome to another episode of the NBA Playoff Edition where we're going to be covering the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Boston Celtics. So this series is particularly interesting. Right now, the Milwaukee Bucks are projected to win this series at a minus 140 against the Boston Celtics plus 120. So do the Bucks deserve to be the favorites in this series? As of right now, I don't think so. I got the Celtics winning this series. Simply part of the fact that the Boston Celtics have a lot of momentum going from the last series. And with that being said, they are the number one defense in the NBA. But there are some concerns that I'd like to point out. Marcus Smart just got hurt or got a little knick-knack from game one. So there's a lot of speculation in the air on whether Marcus Smart can play consistently with the lingering injury that he sustained in game one. But with that being said, the Boston Celtics just did not shoot well in this first game. I mean, they were shooting from the field 33%. That is a horrible shooting percentage from the field. And so I don't think Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are going to shoot that bad again. But we got to give a lot of credit where it's due. I mean, Giannis, even though he didn't play efficient from that game, because Giannis didn't particularly shoot well from the field, but he made up for it in other areas, lack thereof, like defense, passing the ball, assists, rebounding. I mean, he did everything else that was required of him as the main player on the team. And he was athletic. He can get to the rim literally whenever he wanted to. Boston Celtics had little to no answers about Giannis getting to the rim because he's bigger, stronger, faster than most people on the court. So, but even with all that, I still see the Boston Celtics ascending in this series because they're a really good team. Even though they lost in game one, like I said before, I just don't see them shooting that poorly in game two. But I think this series is probably going to be one of, if not the most interesting out of all the other games in round two. What do you think, Arlo?
I think you're wrong about this prediction. Bucks are going to win, and that's a fact. Giannis is just on the next level. Sure, Celtics have an amazing defense, and they were guarding Giannis and Holiday good, as Giannis' field goal percentage was 36% and Drew Holiday's 40%, but they still cooked. Giannis had a triple-double, and Drew Holiday had like 25 points. If you think that's not impressive, I'd say you're tripping.
I mean, I'm not saying that's not impressive, and honestly, it's nothing to be impressed about. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, those are good stats, but it's not. Neither of them really dropped 30 or 40. They just did what was required of them.
Yeah, but in the end, Bucks still won by 12 points.
Yeah, they won by 12 points. But remember, Celtics did shoot very poorly. They shot 33% from the field. That's horrible. Usually, a decent percentage is in the 40s. But as a team, if you're shooting 30%, no team is going to win a game shooting 30% from the field. That's just plain and simple, you know. And I'm not knocking it because, of course, Giannis is the king of this game right now. He owns the league at this moment. Nobody has the mantle over Giannis at this moment until there's a new crowning NBA champion. So, but with that being said, I'm not looking at it like the Celtics have an easy road ahead of them. I mean, they just got from a tough series recently with the Nets. And even though they did sweep them, I would even say all those games were still relatively close. All it took was just a couple fourth quarter comebacks. And this series between the Nets and the Celtics could have been stretched out a little bit longer. So I don't see this series being an easy one for the Celtics. It's definitely going to be a very, very difficult series for the Celtics. And it'll definitely be difficult to maintain or constrain Giannis because He's just simply that dog. And so I got the Celtics winning this series in 7 games.
I've got Bucks winning in 6. And the reason for that is because Tatum and Brown, they won't be doing shit. The reason for that, because Drew Holiday and Giannis will be on them. And that's...
Really, bro? You saying they're not going to do shit? And now you're just saying crazy stuff, bro. They're not.
You want to say that Drew Holiday is not one of the best perimeter defense players?
Yes, Drew Holiday is one of the best perimeter defensive players in the league, but we literally just saw Jason Tatum lock down Kevin Durant. So you can't say he's just not going to do anything. I mean, even though he shot poorly, he still had 21 points in that game. Jason Tatum is knocking down the door for superstardom as we speak. So to say that he's not going to do shit, and with Jaylen Brown not going to do shit, honestly, bro, that sounds kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Let me reword. I'm not saying he's not going to do shit. I'm saying he's not going to do enough to do what it takes to win the series.
Sounds like Jokic to me.
Well, Jokic is the one that's going to walk away with an MVP. Second MVP in a row.
All right, okay, whatever. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out. Thank you, and peace. But with that being said, it's going to be a great series, and I can't wait to see how this one turns out. Thank you, and peace. If you enjoyed our episode, please drop a like, comment, and once again, subscribe to Cash Sports if you want more content. Peace, and see you guys later.